What's going on, you guys? So today I am going to be talking about Housecoin, which is what I believe to be a great play for this cycle, or at least in the short term, at least for the next run up and so on. So what is Housecoin? Housecoin is, the concept is rather intriguing to me. At least it's what first caught my attention, right? Sometimes you really need the name to catch your attention, and you look into it and I'm like, wow. So flipping the housing market, it's like a hedge against the housing market, one house coin at a time, right? one house coin equals one house, right? So when I looked into it, I saw things like this. So I saw like a vibrant community, and I saw, how house token causes buying frenzy drawn in high profile whales. I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool, right? So it's got a good concept. It's got a vibrant community. It's got whales buying into it. So I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a winner. So, as I look into it some more, there's a lot of hype about it. So when you see articles being published about a particular token, like there's some hype about it. There's people that are going to be reading those articles. So that's the reason why those articles are getting published, because people like them. And the news sites, they want to be found. So that's a very good sign. And so Housecoin is a crypto idea to hedge against the housing market. And it seems to be, so can it become a new meme coin standard? It says down here, this quick rise has sparked a new meme coin narrative, with people creating variations like Chill House, which combines Chill Guy with the meme coin, the Chill Guy meme coin with Housecoin. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I think it's got some really good adoption. Right now, it is at a steal. It is at a 19 million market cap. It just dipped down to 16 million just a couple of days back, which is absolutely awesome. So let's dive into a little bit more about this Housecoin. So interesting stuff here. And I guess you can search, what do you want to do? And I guess the intention is to give you stack house. So you need a penthouse, and you select that stack house and buy the whole beach, right? Yeah. I mean, this is kind of, yeah, I mean, it looks, the website itself looks like a sort of like a year 2000 website, but it's got a lot of stuff, and it's done well. A lot of resources. These are your buying. You see, like the Phantom is linked to Phantom. This is Radium, right? Got the community hub, investor pitch. So it has like a little game right here. I don't know what it is. It's too strange. But it's got a lot of stuff going on. It's even got an Instagram. A lot of meme coins don't have an Instagram. They got some phenomenal content. I mean, like absolutely excellent content. So Instagram, TikTok, they are just like everywhere. So they go above and beyond the standard meme coin project. They're doing a lot of stuff, and they got merch. I mean, it's they obviously they got a rock solid team. 22,000 holders already. So that's excellent. It is widespread, and I think it's just gearing up just to pump to the moon. So I mean, the reason why Housecoin is so enticing, especially for the younger market right now, is basically the state of the housing market. It's here's how hard it is to afford a home today versus 25 years ago. And you see things like this, house or home prices have risen 197% since the year 2000, while the median household income has risen only 40%, right? So it is insane. It's like I say this nowadays, that it doesn't make sense to actually buy a home like this good old American dream that you thought about years ago. That might have been the reality 30, 40 years ago. To just buy a home. It's so difficult right now that you might as well just rent in something small, save your money and invest it, and then build up your wealth while you're renting some small apartment, like a very small apartment, something that'll allow you to save like, half your income or something like that. I mean, just like if you make 100,000 a year, you know, if you can live as if you're making 50,000 and invest the rest, and eventually you'll turn up with a lot of money, and then it will be a breeze to buy a home and obviously much more, right? This concept is actually nothing new to any of us in crypto. I mean, that's what what's successful in crypto investors usually try to do, you know, what in order to become crypto rich, right? By the way, link in the description below. That's also the name of my community. But yeah, I mean, I think this concept alone is what can give this coin the ability to just take off and just skyrocket to the moon. So that plus the content, they got some really phenomenal content. Well done. Look.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Still planning to buy a house in this economy? $900,000 for a termite-infested shoebox? Wildfires, earthquakes, 8% interest rates. And you think that's a good investment? Wake up, loser. The housing market is a scam. Boomers hoarded property. We minted Housecoin. Housecoin isn't real estate. It's real escape. It's time to flip the market. Fuck Zillow. Fuck the boomers. Fuck realtors. Fuck property taxes. Don't get stuck and if your mortgage for the next 40 years. Buy Housecoin instead. What are you waiting for, landlord sim? Invest in Housecoin. Invest in your future.
I think it's funny, man. Yeah, I mean, the content is great. I mean, they posted one day you will share bunk beds with 4 strangers and 2 rats, and you will be happy, right? This is like phenomenal content.
House Club. First rule, fuck the real estate market. Second, if anyone says neighborhood appreciation, passive income, or REITs, they're out. Third, fuck the boomers and their overinflated houses. And fourth, if it's your first time at House Club, blow up your house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think this has the makings of a phenomenal token, this play for this cycle. Not only that, it's getting an amazing amount of centralized exchanges. Let's go back to CoinMarketCap right here. So centralized exchanges, it has 29 right now. And if we go back here, this is why I wanted to mention it. And now they're actually getting listed on Kraken. So they're getting now they're starting to get tier 1s, right? They're on Big Get, which is a pretty big one, and a lot of these are very good exchanges. And now they're getting Kraken, so this is actually pretty amazing. So here's a Kraken roadmap, and there are here Housecoin listed. So this is absolutely awesome. I think that this is an easy 100x, right? 19 million market cap, so 20 million. Make it all the way out to 2 billion, top of the bull run. I think it's very, very doable. I think it's going to be one of the top, at least one of the top 10 meme coins this cycle. Knock on wood, I hope so, right? Not financial advice, I had never, but I have a lot of high conviction on it. Now, when it comes to what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, in coming weeks, we had an excellent performance on the stock market last week. So, so in the week ahead, a crucial jobs report meets a stock market at all-time high. So yeah, we have a crucial jobs report next week. We've been seeing good numbers when it comes to all the economic numbers, all the economic reports that come out, every day, week after week, week after week, day after day. Sometimes when it's red, it's like slightly red. It's never like bad. So it usually as expected or better than expected, and when it's actually worse than expected, it's not that bad at all. So we haven't seen any of the inflation that Jerome Powell has said we're going to see. It's still not coming. So it's just all of that news right there. It makes it more and more likely that interest rates are going to start being cut, and we're going to start seeing more money pumping through the economy, and that's just going to cause things to just take off. Now, Trump says he doesn't expect to extend the July 9th tariffs deadline, right? So July 9th is like, what is that? Like less than yeah, it's like a week and a half away, right? Because that's on a Wednesday. So I mean, supposedly there's like a list of like 10 other countries where there are these trade deals being made that might come out. So if out of the blue next week or closer to July 9th, we get news with a whole bunch of other countries, signing these trade deals with Trump, we're going to have some huge pumps in July. I would imagine it's going to be absolutely amazing. So we got a lot of we're building up a lot of momentum right now, and it's just going to go boom, just skyrocket. At least what I believe it is to be, because we have had a rough year before, a year that unlike any of us ever expected. When we started this year in January, I think none of us thought that we were going to have this ride that we've had. It's one hell of a roller coaster ride downward, right? And it's almost July right now, because right now it's June 29th. But yeah, when it comes to Housecoin, yeah, I think if this thing pumps, if the entire economy starts pumping in a couple of weeks, and this thing is probably going to do like a 10x, like in the next local top, the next run up, like at least, and then I don't think it's ever going to go below. I don't think it's going to go below 20 million again. Interesting thing in my community. So in my community, we have a bunch of processes. They go out and find new coins and new tokens at a very low market cap. Housecoin was actually found at a 5 million market cap, and it just went under the radar. I think at least for myself and everybody in my community, it was found. It was like at a 6 million market cap. I didn't buy it, and then when I saw it was pumping, I sent a message out to my community and to see if anybody else got it. I didn't get any responses. Usually when these reports come out and there's a token when I don't buy that's sent out by these processes in my community, but other community members do happen to buy it. And I asked, did anybody get it? And they might reply that they did, or they just send me a direct message privately to let me know. But I think this was the only one that I think we all missed. But I think the lowest amount that I got in at was like 16 million with Housecoin. So I'm all set. I mean, I'm going to be happy if I can get, if this thing can pump to like 1 billion or more, like I'm expecting this to. I'm happy. So here's a list of the tokens. I still got to add in more of all the tokens that we got in early, either from my buy alerts, because things that I just happen to look into, or the software in my community sends out these alerts about new tokens that have very low market cap. We did some phenomenal X's. Turbo is obviously my biggest play of this cycle. I got in very early personally. Toshi is another one that I was pushing really early. When it comes to the processes in my community, I mean, we found Hoppy, Firecoin, Peanut, Act One, and a bunch of others too. Most of them like pump to 1 billion, and we find them at like a 10, 20, or 30, or 40 million market cap. Others we might find at like a 5 million market cap or 1 million market cap, and they pump to like 100 million and so on. So link in the description below if you want to be a part of the community. There's like a ton of software besides that, and we got all-time high alerts. We got like alerts about centralized exchanges for our coins. I launched something that is not only Discord related, but now you can actually log into this website. So instead of joining the community, you get a login button, and you can log in the website and use a trading tool. I got online courses, and I got tons of shite that you never saw, that no community has. And I think back in the day, like probably 6-8 months ago, I used to say, if you find any community that has the type of stuff that I have in my community, I will give $500 to the first person who reports back about that particular community that can match mine. And I have not heard from anybody yet. So that offer is still there. With that said, I'm raising prices. I just raised the price for the monthly dues, and the yearly is still at a very, very low rate. So link in the description below if you want to get in. And yeah, I mean, let's become crypto rich together.